Yes, everyone, welcome to the Wind Down this week. If you're new to the Wind Down, it's a segment that we do exclusively in video format where we welcome a former guest on the show and we have a conversation with them about a topic that may have been started on the show, but we didn't get to fully flesh it out. So we have a little 15 to 20-minute conversation with a former guest and, we get into all the nitty gritty. So this week, I'm excited to have, again, I say this all the time, one of my favorites, but she was actually one of my favorites for real, because, because
Says that all the time, man.
I do tell clients all the time that Deidra was one of my favorite ones. So
Deidra was dope.
so excited to have the wonderful, the talented Deidra Choice in the building.
Thank you. Damn, that was a really nice intro.
Was it? Okay, well
Yeah,
thank
no,
you.
you can't.
I'll be trying with my intros
Why?
and stuff.
Why?
You know what I mean? How are you?
I'm good. I just woke up. Um,
Up like this.
woke up like
She was
this,
like,
like
yes, I woke up just like this, as you see. Yeah.
I woke up. Yeah, I was in. But yeah, I'm doing good. The weather in Montreal right now is nice. I know the weather's boring, but it's like super sunny. So that just like it
That's
just
exciting.
but it brings like an energy to me. I'm like, I wake up, I go outside, I take a
That's
walk.
true.
I don't know. Yeah, that's my vibe right now.
It
How
makes
are
you
you?
want to see, like, not actually just stay inside, like actually go out and do things, which is good. But then,
Yeah.
Man, they put the
just
curfew back to 8
that's what I'm
anyway.
saying. Just be sure you back in by 8. But
No. Yeah.
yeah, that's ridiculous. I'm not gonna get it on the Quebec government this time. We've had enough COVID rants. So
Yeah.
let's get into this week's topic for the wind down. We are talking crazy partners, and I say partners, but I don't want to just say women. I do think that we both can work on each other's crazy. Now, recently, Clarence and I had this conversation on the breakdown segment. We were discussing an oldie track by Stephanie Mills called "Good Girl Gone Bad." The track really, she's describing her frustration with this man. He ain't been coming home. He's clearly cheated, and
Okay.
she is about to, throw caution to the wind. And she said, "I'm a good girl gone bad." Now, I say sometimes a man can make you crazy, or quote unquote crazy, because you always have these
Hold
guys.
hold up.
Wait, let me set up the situation.
Hey,
You always have these guys
keep that
after
same
the breakup.
energy. Women, it's vice versa thing. Don't focus on the men. I know how you are.
I, well, I have to speak for
I
myself.
have a disadvantage. I have two women against me. So, man,
There's nobody, no, nobody's against you. I'm just saying that
uh,
I come across men who are like, oh, my ex is crazy because X, Y, and Z, and oh no, she's just one of the crazy ones. I'm like, and I've heard some crazy stories. Like I had a friend, like I'm not gonna expose his name, but some girl keyed his car, keyed some information on the car, and of course I didn't condone it. I was like, that's bad, but I also was like, what did you do to make her do that? Like, why would she do that? Because people don't just wake up and do things like that. You, you,
Yo, I I think people like before you have to have like an emotional maturity in life, like to. I mean, I'm taking like the other route, but I'm just saying like anybody cannot let anybody make someone like you cannot let people control how you like feel. Like that's just not. I don't think that's healthy in any way, and that really shows that you need to work on yourself, brother or sister,
for
or
sure.
like you know what I mean. Like go and love yourself for a second. Like if you need that much
That
like
reminds me of Justin Bieber.
talk that talk.
oh my god, that's hilarious. But it's like, and some people unfortunately don't ever have that maturity, and like it's really unfortunate when it does. It's a funny story, like
Right.
that for sure.
Yeah, it ain't funny to have your car keyed by experience.
It's not funny.
Women know, but by
It's not.
experience.
Sorry. Like it's just not worth it. It's not. I don't think it. You should let people live their lives. You don't own anybody. Nobody owns you.
Mm,
You know what I mean? Like if it's not gonna work, then it's not gonna work. Let it go. Like you know what I mean? And figure it out by yourself.
That takes a lot of emotional maturity, though.
Yeah, but some people.
Now, because like at 20,
Yeah,
I'm thinking of myself as a younger woman. You know
yeah.
what I mean? When I back in the day, sometimes you don't know how to react to certain things. Now,
mm,
I would like to think I've had some pretty, like I have some pretty good reactions, but then I've had some emotional reactions. I'll give you guys an example. When I was, I believe, yeah, when I was 20, there was this guy I was seeing in Montreal. At the time, I was in Ottawa, and we were, for all intents and purposes, in a relationship. Um, I got some information that he was unfaithful. He was cheating, and he was supposed to come visit me, and I did something where I just, till this day, I still consider one of my finest moments. But you know, some people disagree. I know where he had been staying. When he comes to Ottawa, he stays with a specific friend. So I did a couple of things. So the first thing is, I knew he was going to come see me. So he came over, and I had a setup of the photos that had been sent to me with him, and I
Whoa.
have and I've had a Chromecast for a while. Shout out to Google, love Chromecast. Thank you so much. Plug that into my TV. He came over talking nice. I just turned on the TV. Pictures were casting on the TV.
That's hilarious.
What's up? You know what I mean? But I was pretty contained.
Did you play in the back RESPECT?
No, I didn't
No,
play
not
all
even.
that.
Oh, okay. All right.
I didn't play any song. I was just
No,
like,
no Beyonce to the left. Not even. Nothing. All right.
not even. He immediately got
All right.
into James Brown begging type of shit. He was Keith Sweat in there. Uh, you know what I mean? He really was trying to justify. But I was like, motherfucker. And at the time, I was going through a lot because my father was in the hospital and stuff. I was like, you little, get the fuck out of my house. Like, are you actually trying to just, like, it's right there. Like, and he
You
left. And
little
then,
piece of shit.
later on, my when you have like some people around you that hype you up.
Mm.
That's what happened. I got a little, I was calm pretty much because I was dealing with other stuff. But then, somebody was in my ear. So I was like, okay, man. They were like, we should do a drive
Oh,
by.
you had your girl in the back that was,
Exactly.
Oh,
So we
that's
need
the
to,
worst. See, I don't deal with that. But anyways,
they were
go
like,
ahead.
we need to do a drive by where he's staying at because I know he's with her this weekend. I was like, ain't no way he came to see me. I was like, okay, let's do the drive by. But I wasn't sure what we were gonna do if we if we get there. I was just following her. She's like, we should do that. I was like, okay. So we went by there, and I saw lights on or whatever. She's like, go knock, and I went to knock. His friend answered the door. He got male friend. So I was like, okay, cool. Like, it's regular. It's normal. Nothing is happening.
But why
And
did you do all of that?
what I do all of that because I was 20 and I was stupid and I was considering getting back with him. Uh, I'll
Okay.
be honest. I'm like, well, maybe what he said earlier was true, and I just need support right now because my daddy's sick, and I don't want to deal with this right now. You know what I mean? So I was willing to give a little bit of benefit of the doubt, and obviously his friend was covering for him, and there was a girl there. Um, Almost got into an altercation, but I was held back. I was held back, thankfully. Um, I'm not a great fighter, so I was thankful that I was held back because I probably would have lost. That's
That's
that.
love
That's
and
just.
hip hop type
I'm,
of
I'm
shit.
more of a petty person. I'm very strategic. I can come up with great scenarios, but I can't really fight you. So I'm not gonna say that he made me do that.
Mhm.
However, it's a kind of a mind. You know what I mean? Like you
But
you
you
you find
see that
yourself
the thing
acting
is,
out of character when
Yeah.
certain things happen.
Yeah.
the thing is that you see that's the thing that I always say to people. If someone making you act on some crazy shit, goofy shit, man, mentally you just sorry, no disrespect. No disrespect, but
None
I
taken.
say that to people all the time. Like that means there's a certain weakness that he have access to it, because the
Hmm.
same energy that you're putting into like man following the person or like making rent, doing like Chromecast and all. Well, I'm using your example because you just said or whatever. Yo, I'm certain that same person probably if you cheat on him or whatever, I don't like encourage that or whatever, but like you're probably not even gonna react the same way. He's probably gonna be like, man, fuck it, man. All right, I lost it. Next on to the next one. Plenty of fish
Because
out there.
y'all are different. You men are different.
A lot of people are thinking like that.
Y'all don't care about anything.
Yeah. That me
Sometimes.
personally, like as an old petty betty person in life, I used to be super duper petty on some
Pink
50 Cent
petty.
shit. Like, yo, I realized that, like, yo, this nigga don't even remember that I had beef with him or whatever. Like, I need to put my energy somewhere else. Like, and I believe in karma. Like,
Hmm,
if you do something fucked up to someone, it's gonna come back to you. That's how I feel. So
that's a big fact.
yeah, it's
Yeah.
full circle.
Deidra,
So
I see
there's no
you
point
with
of
the
like
circle.
putting that energy out there or whatever. Like, and as crazy as it sounds in relationship, me, like, I had the luck to like finish on good terms with people, except for one. But anyways, I'll say off air what I did because that's some wild shit. But that's the old petty days. But like, nah, like the minute that someone is doing you wrong, like the grass ain't greener on the other side with that other chick or the other boy that you used to mess up with behind the other person back, they'll realize like, damn man, I fucked up. It's always like that. So, and as far as it goes, like for crazy partners, man, and some people, man, they just love that crazy shit. They just love
That's
that
true. Some
messy.
people like crazy.
They
Some
like it. I have some of my homies all the time. They pull up to the crib, they complain and shit. We puffing, smoking. They were like, man, look, man, she driving me crazy and shit. I ain't trying to go back to the crib. I'm like, yo, what did you do? Yeah, I know I fucked up. That's me though. But man, I love this
See,
shit.
because y'all be knowing sometimes too when you did something that warranted the reaction. You're like, well, I did
Yeah.
kind of.
And some of my female friends too. They literally told me this shit. They're like, yo, man, sometime, man, we be having like 3 weeks, no beef. I had to, do a little talk to create some shit. I'm
we
like, man, are you for real?
That's weird.
Like, no, a lot of people are like that
Deidre,
too.
what do you think about that? I saw you say something.
yo no, but some people feed off of anger. Like
Yeah.
some, like drama, whatever. They get their like I don't know how to call it, like their high from this.
Yeah, I
And
don't
I
like that.
gotta watch out for those people because that's just some not good energy. Not
That
good
is
energy.
kind of crazy shit.
Yeah.
Now I have heard people say like, I'll
Mm.
start an argument for makeup sex. That's also kind of strange to me.
Yeah,
But
makeup sex is the best sex. But anyway.
like the friend who described that to me, the
Mm.
situation was like, okay, that's not a huge argument. That's just a little like you're just trying to kind of like annoy him, and then it's and like I'll give you some to I'll
Right.
give you some to that's not that big of a fight. But when I'm talking people like that are like trying to start World War III, not talk for 3 days, and then make I'm like that's weird. Like that's you're doing a lot over there. But on the other hand, as well, I can see that it's so easy. You know what I mean? It's easy to sit here and be like,
Mm.
you need to be in control of your emotions, sis. Like, I don't know what's wrong with you. Like, I don't be reacting that way until you're in the moment. Cause when you're in the moment, I'm thinking of Jasmine Sullivan's "Girl Like Me," and it's hers on that track as well.
Mm.
You gonna make a hoe out of me. I didn't want to, but now I'm just about to go fuck everybody. Not saying that this man made her go f everybody, but if you listen to the song and the lyrics, you're just like, goodness gracious. Like sometimes, like she says, y'all be taking us there, and it's like I didn't want to go there, but somehow I'm here,
Mhm.
and now I'm acting out of character.
But for you to
We
go
both
that
have
route,
faults.
it's kind of on you though. You
Yes,
you always have the choice. It's either you get out of that situation or you stay in there. And like you just said, pretty much you're trying to stay in there and go that route to reach that next level. There's levels to this shit. Well, you always have the choice. I'm just saying, but if it's not 90% of the time, we stayed in that situation. That's how it is.
hmm
Me, I
I
know
want
when
to
to
ask
get
you
the fuck
something
out. That's me
about,
personally. If it's not good with me, I know when to get the fuck out. Like I can say no to
and
the
that's
person.
maturity
I
because a
can't
lot of people
I
don't.
can
They
run
play
away
the
and be like,
person
I'm
for a
straight.
long time. They stay in the situation, and
Yeah.
then they leave over something that doesn't seem like a big thing, but honestly, they've been thinking about it for like a
While
year, for a while. And I'm thinking of. I want to ask you guys something. Like Lisa Left Eye, Andre Rison. We all know the story where Left Eye
She
burned
burnt up.
down the house.
yeah.
Yeah, we know that, and and it started because she put his shoes in the tub and set him on fire. Now, I watched a documentary about Left Eye, and when they explained that situation, she had kind of like disappeared after the fire started, whatever. And Andre comes home not mad about the fire. He's trying to find Lisa and didn't press no charges. Now, in my head, I'm thinking the only reason this man would not be angry about that and not press any charges against this woman for burning down his house is because he knows
He did wrong.
he did wrong. Like he was like, I'm not saying that it warrants a reaction, but he's like,
It's definitely deeper than that. Wrong or not, I would press charge. That means she got something against him.
which got voodoo on him.
I mean,
I don't know, but
Okay.
like me,
I was,
yo,
that's fucked up.
I could do the worst shit ever, but if I can press charge, I'm gonna press charge. You burn down my crib, sorry, but
Well, because one of his friends was talking in the doc and saying like, I mean, because Andre wasn't mad. Andre knew like, because when she went home that day, he knew she was angry, and again, I'm not justifying that, but a lot of people when they're angry, they do things that they should not do. Period.
yeah.
And because you're acting purely off of emotion, that's why they always tell you don't make any decisions right now while you're emotional.
Yeah.
Wait until it passes, then think
But
clearly.
I have a question for you though, for you two, because I think that's me personally. It's more women that are more into that situation, but like, why would you stay in a situation that you know for you it's toxic? Because male don't clearly we don't give a fuck. We think with our dick. We just get the fuck out or like yeah. In fact, I always say that. I'm not ashamed to say that. But
Mhm.
like, why women are have a tendency to stay in a toxic relationship, whatever it is, whatever the situation is.
Oh my God. Sometimes there's like definitely like an attachment form, like a comfort zone for sure that it's really hard to like burst out of, and they don't see, I mean, their worth like outside of it. You know, it
Mm,
all depends on how, I don't know. I'm just like thinking about what could happen. And I think that it's really tough to get out of, but once you're out, like go heal. Don't like, that's how my take is, like go heal, sit with yourself, do things that are good for you, put that shit in your art, put that shit anywhere, but on a person, but on like,
Big
you know,
facts. You need to have an outlet.
like go build yourself, and like then it just it things, good things will happen. um but not everybody's like that, unfortunately. I wish everyone was like that. The world would be like a little calmer. But and people do love drama. People fucking love drama, you know.
mm,
What? Well, for me, why do people? Why do women? Well, you said women. Why do women stay in toxic situations when they know it's toxic? Again, I have to speak from the experience of Black women. I saw this quote one time that was kind of depressing, but it was just like Black women stick by their men no matter what. And I saw that and it was like it made me, it confused me a little bit, but then I thought about it, I was like, we are very ride or die in certain situations. You know what I mean? Some of these women will rather just go crazy and explode, but then still stay with you, which is ridiculous. Like if you think about it, the cycle of it is like you did all that just to be back with him. Like, are you kidding me? You know what I mean? Um, but there's this also this fear, and I'll be real. Ladies often tell me there's this fear of being single, of being alone. Any man is is better than no man. You know what I mean? So it's like, oh, well, he did this, but that's okay. I can forget this because the amount of 40-plus-year-old Black women that are single is way too much. I don't want to be a statistic. I'm gonna stay with this. This idiot that I hate, Kevin Samuels, who does he has some kind of following online where he tells men ridiculous things. He's like a shadow to Derrick Jackson. Like
I
they're
was about
just
to say
both
Derek Jackson. I was about to say that.
they're
Okay.
just horrible people.
there.
I was about
but,
to mention him. Okay.
but he tells women basically to in order to get a high value man, here's what you have to do. Um, and what makes them high value? Basically, just having a penis, like literally nothing else. Like just the fact that he's a man. You're the woman. You're seeking a man. Here's what you need to do. He basically alludes that you need to accept certain things from a man if you want to be married. He says that the danger zone is 35 to 42, and then the no man zone is like 42 plus. Like that's no man's land. And these are things. And there are people like he has millions of people listening to him. And I first I was when I stumbled across his page, I thought it was a joke. And then I saw how many men agreed with him, and I got scared. And I saw that the women were listening. They're like, well, guys, if this is what men want, we got to do that because he's a man and he's telling us. And I was like, goodness gracious, you hit that mid 30s and women just get stupid. Like you just start doing things like, what are you doing? What are you accepting? And I think that when you talk about that toxic situation, Clarence, people it starts getting to the point where they're like, well, is this toxic? Like, how toxic is this?
Mhm.
Really?
Well,
You know,
that's the thing because I feel like by having that conversation, because y'all not the only one that I asked this question, and I have different answers, and the one at the end, it all comes through social pressure
yep.
because like, yo, of course, our parents, especially immigrant parents, oh, you got to get married
You
soon.
need a
What's up?
man.
Oh, what's
Where's
up
your
with your cousin? Your
baby?
cousin got 3 kids already. What you doing with your life?
Big.
Or like, if you go to parties, you go to New Year's parties, everybody's kissing up, Happy New Year's, and you're like in your corner with your bottle of Moscato, like, damn, I got no dude around me and shit. There's a lot of that comes into play, like
Yep.
especially now,
I'll
like
be like,
me.
stay out of my uterus, please.
Yeah, like me, I'm 30. I'm not gonna lie. Like now I'm getting older. Like yo, I go to supper. I do like couple supper. I'm like, man, I never think I would do that shit, man. What the fuck? But like all of that, and you always have that someone that is all alone in these suppers or whatever.
Oh my god, it's so sad.
Yeah,
It's
no, but it's fact. So I see it coming into play, and sometimes these people, I'm not judging, but that's some fucking dumb decision. You see them with some dudes coming up, I'm like, man, what the hell is she doing with that dude? What's good? Like, man, like that's the thing. I feel like
women
Deidre,
start settling.
yeah,
Settling.
exactly. But there's no point. Like that's why I'm always saying like women needs to know what they want and they need to know their worth. Like there's no point of settling with someone that is not even on your level or like what you want exactly or whatever. Like there's no point of forcing it. Sometimes, how can I say that? Like I feel like it's good to be alone. Why I'm saying it's good to be alone because like you get to know yourself. And it's not by being with some random people, like you'll be, yeah, it's good
Exactly.
to have your experience or whatever, but like it's not by being with someone random that you're gonna get that level of satisfaction or where
Listen,
you're
I
gonna,
learned that I'm
and the
I'll be
more
honest.
you,
I'm 26 years old. I learned that just last year. My 25th 24 to 25 was really like understanding like excuse me, I was coming out of a long-term relationship. I was trying to make a husband out of anybody. I was just like, what? And then I had to take a look at myself. I was like, that's he's anybody. Like, calm down. You know what I mean? I realized like you don't just have to be with this idiot because you
yeah,
think of because you think like your egg. First of all, calm down. You're still young. Your eggs are not dry yet. But that is a real fear for women. The biological clock. I understand that is a real fear. But also, as Clarence was saying, know your freaking worth.
yeah, like why settling for less? And by settling for less, you come into some other situation. You're after that you're dealing with a deadbeat dad or like some marriage that didn't go well that you have to divorce after. Like there's a bunch of situation that you're bringing on yourself for no fucking reason.
What did you say, Deidre? I
No, like like I just my problem I think beforehand was I used to think like I am Mr. Fix It.
mm,
I will like you know what I mean? I was like, what am like
build a man.
I found myself doing like fixing everything, like and I realized only like recently that's not how a relationship or anyone should be.
You can't fix
That's just not
nobody.
it. But I was taught, that that was kind of how I guess I just in my like my sometimes I just say like what you're used to and your family is what you
Yep. Yep.
there. So it's a lot. You gotta break those like generational curses and be like, no, I'm gonna be the first one to say no, to have like my standards up
That's right.
high and just do my own thing until like whatever I do believe, I don't go on dating apps and stuff like that. That's not my thing. And I just go live my life. And if I find somebody, cool. If I don't, cool. Like
That's
that's how okay I am. And
I
I
love
think,
that.
but I know it's hard sometimes. But like I don't see anything bad with it. Like if that's my route, that's my route. That's it.
There's nothing wrong with that. And then you know what? You have less chance of some idiot making you crazy.
Yeah.
fact.
I'm just
Bam. Boom. Yeah.
boom. You know what I mean? All right, that was lovely. I didn't know that the conversation was gonna go there, but hey, that's what we get on the wind down. I wanna ask you, is there anything coming up right now, or anywhere like people can follow you, or what's happening in Deidre's world?
Ooh, well, you can follow me on Instagram. How do you spell Deidra? Spotify as well. I'm on all those like music, on those apps there for music, but and TikTok too now. Uh,
Okay,
uh,
you're talking, you're
It's like
talking.
TikTok.
um, but yeah, I got some. I'm really excited about the future. So, and I can't unfortunately say anything right now, it's really exciting. So,
Oh, we're excited for you, sis.
Yeah, man.
And
thanks.
then, whenever you have something coming up,
Pull
we're
up.
always here for you whenever you want to come back on.
Dope. This was a dope conversation. I love these conversations.
I love it.
I love sharing like healthy ways, like just go do your thing.
Yes, yes. All right, so guys, thank you so much for listening. We will see you guys next week.
Peace
Bye.
out. Bye.